Hello, everyone, or shall I say, "Annyeonghaseyo," which means I'm not cussing you out, which means hello, formally in Korean. I'm a K drama girly. I got to do it right. I got to do myself justice. So today is WCW, but not in the typical way that you would think. This time it stands for Women's Creator Wednesday, and I am so excited to have these lovely ladies here. I appreciate you all for taking the time out of your day to do this with me, and it's going to be a really fun night. Also, let me switch over to the comments so I can see people, getting involved and rolling in and stuff.
Hey Lena, how you doing?
How come I can't see no comments? Wait a minute.
Click on the side.
There
I
we
can't. I
go.
can't see no comments either.
Howdy.
Oh, okay.
Howdy. Now I can see it.
Boom,
Howdy.
boom. Baby mamas. Oh, I gotta share my baby mama. I guess as long as I'm loved, okay? As long as I'm
Always.
loved. But I am going to have these ladies introduce themselves in the way that they would like everyone to know them and also tell us why they chose to go by that name. So I'm going
Oh,
to start in the order of how I put the flyer. So we're going to go Simone, Morgan, and Fi.
oh God. I feel I suck at going first. Oh, and talk about myself in general.
This is the
But
way to spread your wings.
and I don't have like a camera
Flap
on,
your
so I
wings.
even feel
Flap
like
your wings.
worse. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Simone. I'm a variety streamer, cosplayer, anime and manga enthusiast, writer. I guess I kind of like do it all. Um, but yeah, music lover, all that stuff. I play video games. I talk. Can I curse on here or no?
You do it. Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. All of y'all express yourselves however you want to, because a couple days ago, one of my girls, she was like, "That's my ninja." Well, her.
Ha.
Now on my mother's internet, I will be keeping it PG, probably just PG. But you express yourself however you want to. However you want.
Okay, okay. So on my streams, what you'll find is I play video games, a variety of them. Not really scary games, but like if it's cool, I try it. We talk shit. Watch anime. That's probably the only cursing I'm gonna do. I'm going to try at least. But yeah, listen to music, react to things. We have a good time. And as for my username, well, I said I'm a writer, so um, I couldn't really think of any like other names for myself, but at my Twitter, because it's the same handle all over social media. Um, I wanted to have a professional Twitter at the time, so I wanted to go by my first and last name. It's also, like, applicable for like when I write things, all the other stuff. Whatever I do, it's by me. So there you go. I
Okay.
guess.
Every time I hear a girly talk about like writing, I keep thinking of girlfriends, and Maya's like, I'm an authoress. Like, I love it. You did a
Exactly.
great job.
Oh, thank you. Thank
You
you.
did a great job. You
Thank
you do
you.
it all, a Jill of all trades. I
Yes.
think that's what it's called. You got it all. Multi-talented. I love it. Okay.
Multi hyphenate. Yes.
How
Period.
about you, Morgan?
Hi everyone. My name is Morgan. I go by Morgan of the Leaf. That is a Naruto reference. Naruto is my favorite anime of all time. A little bit about me. I'm a content creator. Oh, I love were those earrings?
I got my earrings
Those
on
are
deck,
so
girl.
cute. Where you get those from?
The way I collect them, it could have been any anime convention at this point. Like, it's so random, but probably maybe Kami, maybe something else. Who knows? Like,
Oh,
probably Momo, because I be having people shop around, but
those
neither
are
here nor there. Let me not
cute.
interrupt.
I need to get me a pair of those. I don't have a pair of them.
I got you. I got you.
But yeah, Naruto is my favorite anime of all time. It has inspired me so much. I love Naruto. Everyone talks about his talk no jutsu, but I love it. I feel like you can always talk people out of, crashing out. So But yeah, I am a content creator, streamer, cosplay. I might have to stop taking. I might need to take streamer off because I have definitely been lacking on my stream. I'm trying to get back into it. I've got like a big life pivot coming up. Going back to school. I'm gonna make that announcement.
Exciting!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
That's huge.
Thank
That's a lot
That
of
you.
is big.
stamina.
That's big news.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks, y'all. But I'm definitely gonna keep content creation and cosplay at the top. I love doing those. Streaming, I guess I should still call myself a streamer.
Absolutely.
But that's something
You still
that
are.
yeah. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, that's pretty much I live in Alabama. I'm a proud Bama girly. So I'm just very thankful to be here with these amazing women. And Blerd Sunbae, I appreciate you reaching out to me. So yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Thank you. And girl, keep streamer on there because sometimes I switch it up and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna put my phone up on this little stand and y'all gonna come to work with me.
But no, that's a good point you make because I would stream more if I knew how to like stream from my couch. But like I don't want to sit at this computer
set up,
desk and
yep.
play games. I love sitting on
Mm.
my couch playing games on the big TV. So I got to figure out how to make that happen.
Hey, maybe that could be a different type of IRAO something, they'll be in the background. Look, we got brainstorm this. We got you. We got you. All right, Fi. How about you?
Howdy, everybody. My name is Pfeiffer Rage. Everybody calls me Phi. My name derives from back when I was younger. I told my mom I wanted to be a ninja, and she was really into. She told me that she was which there's an actress. What's her name? I think it's the girl who played Catwoman.
Halle
in the day.
Berry?
Michelle Pfeiffer?
No, not Michelle Pfeiffer. Yep. Is it? Yeah,
Oh,
not Halle. I know Halle.
Way back.
Other one. But yeah, her. And so she's like, your ninja name should be Pfeiffer. And then so when I was like thinking of, usernames, that just really came to mind so and then Rage just came. I thought it sounded cool. So that's how that name came to be.
And she do be raging.
Hey,
There's no evidence of that. But there's no proof.
Slips. We go get some paperwork on you. We got it.
But yeah, everybody calls me Phi, and I am a nerd with a myriad of interests from the horror community down to anime, cartoons, comics. Right now I'm focusing on streaming, trying to get like movie reactions and reviews out there, convention content, cosplay content. I love playing horror games, roguelike dungeon crawlers. I love a good dating sim every now and then.
Mhm.
So we mix it up, and I really love having a fun, chaotic, cozy part of the internet. That's me.
Ooh, never a dull day. Okay. That is so crazy. I really learned something new right with everybody else on your name. I was like, what?
I didn't know there was a white Catwoman.
Yeah,
Yes.
back in the day.
I thought Halle Berry was the first cat.
No.
I don't
There's
know.
like there's like
Eartha.
3 Batmans before Robert Pattinson and Christian Bale.
More than 3, honey. You had Adam West. There's been
Well,
so many
for live
Batmans.
action, like movies and stuff.
See, I
It's
learned
like 3.
something new.
That got me doing some research. I said, hold on, maybe I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think
too
she was with
old
Michael
school.
Keaton's Batman.
She was.
It was like her, and then like Danny DeVito played Penguin.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's an old movie.
Jack Nicholson played Joker. Yep, but a classic.
I will say, I was thinking Eartha Kitt.
Another one. Another
I
one.
was like, oh,
No,
wait
she
a minute, what? That was just so funny. But and thank you everybody for saying your hellos in the chat. I really appreciate it. Share, support. Now correct me, if I'm wrong about this, but I believe this was everyone's first time in the creator panelist space for DreamCon. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Cool. Now, what I like to ask of each of you is, what is it that made you take that leap of faith and bet on yourself to do that at DreamCon? And what was that feeling like for you going in to execute? And I'm gonna mix it up, and I'm gonna say Morgan, Phi, and Simone.
Whew, that's a lot of pressure.
Simone.
Yeah, I am not good at answering questions, y'all.
Yes, you are.
For me,
You are.
Thanks, y'all.
I have firsthand experience. Yes,
I want
she
to
is.
say, please.
I appreciate that, y'all. But for it honestly wasn't like, to me it wasn't a leap of faith, because I have this mentality where if I'm approached with something, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna say yes. So when I was reached out to about the opportunity to be involved in DreamCon, I was like, absolutely, because DreamCon has been one of my favorite conventions, if not my favorite convention. And I figured, like, if they see me worthy to be part of the programming, I absolutely would like to be a part of it. And I was nervous, but the quote that I always say in my head is, I'm freezing up. It goes, God does not qualify the, oh God, do y'all know the quote that I'm trying to say?
Y'all help us in the chat.
God does not call the qualified, he qualifies the call. And
there you go.
I use that
Serious.
I use that quote in pretty much everything. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm about to be a priest or anything, but if something comes to you, then clearly that means that it's for you. And I didn't want to be like, oh, you know, what if my public speaking skills aren't good? Maybe I should decline it. Like, no, if this opportunity came to me, it's because they figured that it would be nice to have me as part of the program. And so I was just very thankful. Of course, I was nervous, but you know, I had to get over it. So yeah, I mean, I had to take that leap of faith. When you're in content creation, you have to throw the nervousness out the door. If you want to continue to get opportunities and get your face out there. So it was nerve-wracking. I had a lot of anxiety behind it, but I stuck it through. So I'm very thankful.
Girl, first off, I'm so proud of you, because you couldn't have told me that you were nervous about anything that you were doing. And I would have never expected it, because the way you do so well at your just chatting streams, I'm just like, I would have ran out of stuff to say in like 15 minutes max. So I don't know how. I don't know how you do it. And that translated so naturally into the panels, into the creators program. And you manifested that the year before. You manifested this. Okay, so it was in the cards for you.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, because I was making little fake flyers with my name. And it worked. I was Instagram editing fake flyers, and it worked. So yeah.
They said, "I, she's supposed to be here."
I love that.
But the just chatting streams,
yes.
the just chatting streams, I feel like those are different, because when that room, the Dreamers Haven Lounge, was packed out, I was like, oh my god.
I said, oh my god.
So yeah,
I'm proud of you, girl. I really am. How about you, Phi? How did it feel? What did it what was that push for you where you took that leap of faith on yourself, that chance on yourself?
Whew. Honestly, so like a lot of what Morgan said, but also the person that reached out, she expects greatness. But she pulls greatness out of people, and like she's somebody who, like, but if it's genuine, like when she says that she believes in you, if she's calling you to do something, it's because she thinks and believes and knows that you can do it. It's not like, oh yeah, like you are interested. Like she's handpicking people who she believes in. So I was like, well, dang, if I'm just gonna shout her out, Pinky Sensei Key. If Key believes in me and Key is seeing something in me, then like I gotta live up to that. So yeah, I was super nervous. I had never been in a content creation space at a convention. That was my first time doing something like that. And I've done panels before, but like light panels, like anime bingo and the great debate where we're debating about different anime characters with a group of people. So it's more interactive. It's so that's a little bit different than getting up there and like actually trying to navigate a conversation with another creative about different like, partnerships and community in this space. So I was super nervous, but I think if there's anywhere to start, it's DreamCon. I feel like I really appreciated how they invested in their creators like that. Like, how many conventions do you see where, yeah, you may be a content creator, but they're expecting you to like post clips of the convention for them. Whereas, it wasn't, everybody didn't get the opportunity, but for the most part, like there was different creators that were asked to do different things to like help with the convention, but also grow their own skills. So I really love that piece of the DreamCon investing back into their supporters and the creators, and especially the small ones. There was no like, follower engagement cap or anything like that to apply, which is also rare. So that gave smaller creators an opportunity to shine. So yeah, I feel like it was just an honor to be to have my first time be at DreamCon. So yeah, and on top of that, when I saw that me and Morgan were paired up, I said, "Oh, we got this!
Thank God.
We got this!" A huge relief, just locked in. We got it.
I can't believe you're saying that, Fi, because I was thinking that about you. I was like, oh, if I got Fi with me, I'm good.
That is so funny. Like, first off, it really is. It does something good on the heart when you are hand selected, and like you said, called to be great. And yeah, nerve-wracking for sure, because I can imagine how that feels. But it's like, you know what? Naturally, we're programmed to think negative, but it's like, okay, what if it happens? Like, why not me? Why not you? I even felt that on the press side. Like, I'm an only child, and I'm usually like, in my own space, but I've gotten better at putting myself out there. And now I will sweat like crazy, but I'm just gonna wear black and keep it pushing.
Yep.
Like, or I'm not gonna lift up my arm.
You gotta make a way. Make a way.
I'm just like, when they told us how many people went for press, I said, oh, okay.
And you showed out, girl.
And look what happened.
You press again, back to back.
Back to back. So I feel you on that. And I'm so glad I got to see you all's panel too. So, we're gonna get into that in a second. We are. And how about you, Simone? What was that push for you in taking the chance on yourself?
I mean, Fi said it perfectly. Like, when he reached out, I was just like, I was nervous, like as hell, because like, I write for a living, but like I haven't like really interviewed anyone for like a while, and it wasn't really like an interview. Like, she had it styled a certain type of way with a conversation, and it's like, I stream and I do certain things. It's like I still get nervous. Like, it's easy to like talk through a screen than like to actually see like 20 to 30 people in your face just staring at you.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot, and I'm not good with like public speaking at times. So I kind of was like second guessing. I was like, I don't know, like I don't think I want to do this. Like I would sound fine. Like, I don't know, like I'm nervous. Like maybe like no, like maybe we should, like I shouldn't do this. Like, I support you, but I don't know if I'm gonna do this because I just.
Absolutely
I'm
not.
gonna freak out. Right. And she was like, no. She was like, no. She gave me one of her great like pep talks. And, like Fi said, she is very intentional. She picked everyone based off of their strengths. And one of my many strengths, I've been told, is that like I can talk to people and I can have a conversation, and it's entertaining, and it's all these things. So I was just like, fuck it. Oh, sorry. That's my second time cursing. Last time for real.
As long as my mama don't whip my behind, that's okay. Right. What you want to do?
I was just like, let me just take this chance. Let me just do it. Because one, I don't know if it's ever gonna come around again. Not like it wouldn't. Like I'm pretty sure this opened more opportunities for me. But I'm like, if it doesn't come around again because I don't want to go to DreamCon or some shit happens, like let me just do it. Like I don't want to like regret it. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. And it was a success. Lizzie was great, and I'm just like, I would do it again. So, I had like it was a lot of fun, and it did like help me get back into the groove of like in-person conversations, interview
Mhm.
type style uh situations, and like try to, work on that part of my skill set a little bit more.
Mm.
So, yeah.
It's proof that you can do it, girl. It's like
Yeah,
if they see something in you, something's in you. Okay, like it really
exactly.
is.
And sometimes you just need that one person to like give you the chance. We all talk about it all the time. Like I need that one chance from someone. Like I want someone to give me a chance. And I'm just like, I can't. Like I can't just say no. This is an amazing opportunity. So
And you survived. We survived.
we
Okay.
did. Oh my God. I was
We
like,
did it.
we really did it. I was like, oh my God. Like like Saturday came and I was just like in the shower, like stressing. Like I'm like, oh, I can't skip this, can I? Like I'm all in. And the closer it got, the more I was like, oh my God, I'm freaking out.
Oh
Um,
gosh. I'm just like,
yeah,
it's 3 days. The nerves are gonna happen. But like one of the best parts that I liked is that like you just catch the vibes everywhere. And it's like,
yeah.
oh, okay, well, that was a moment that I captured that I got to be a part of. And it's like, all right, all right.
Mhm.
There's some magic in the chaos, the magic in the mystery. So
It's definitely been some magic because listening to all of our responses, this just shows how important it is to have people like Pinky Sensei behind the scenes advocating for us because
Mm-hmm.
not all conventions have that.
uh,
So yeah, it kind of seems that like we might have been a little bit doubtful, but once that person behind the scenes brought us in, then that's when we were able to shine.
Yep.
So
amen. A
big shout out to
word.
P.
Love Key, real
Word.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I will say is, as creators and writers, streamers, and overall ladies of influence who create the experience of the con, what was it like for you, or what is the difference in balancing bringing the product to the convention versus enjoying it individually? Like how did you manage balancing that out? Was it pretty tough? Did you have kind of like a come to Jesus moments, like, okay, like we're gonna do this, we're gonna switch over here? How was that balance, attending and also like creating and doing that at the same time? What's the difference there? And I'm gonna say Phi, Simone, Morgan. I'm just gonna keep rotating.
To be completely honest, it was pretty easy because going into Houston, I had zero intention of going to the con. Like that was it was supposed to be in Houston to catch a vibe.
Yeah.
So funny. Hey, Houston got enough going on as is. It's
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back.
And we might next year, but yeah.
Yeah, so like that was the intent. We were in Houston to
Not for
turn up,
work.
not to go to the convention. Love DreamCon, but we were just there just to like reconnect with friends and just experience the city. I had never been to Houston. And then the opportunity presented itself, and I was like, okay, well, actually, I take that back because I'm a con person. So the real intent was to go to Houston, but me being me, if I'm in Houston, I'm going to the convention at least one day. So I had planned to go one day, and that be it. Ended up going all three.
Exactly. That was not our intention
At all. That was So
oh God.
So I wasn't in like the okay, I want to capture this. Like, and I should have been. So my mind was not in the content creator space going into it. I had zero intention of like, I really wanted to be in the moment, experience the new venue that they had, the new programming. And so I feel like I was able to balance it all up until maybe Saturday night when I'm like, okay, taking notes. So I really wanted to be prepared. Like I know me and Morgan can both like talk, but in case that we like maybe finish the questions early, like I wanted to make sure that I had like things to continue the conversation going. So yeah, I'm preparing, freaking out, of course, getting nervous towards the end. So that kind of like Saturday, especially sitting in Simone's panel and like seeing how well her and Lizzie did, I was like, oh Lord, have mercy. Like, how am I gonna follow this? So yeah, Saturday, especially after her panel, it was go time. So I think just giving yourself permission. So I'm really thankful that me and Morgan was able to go on Sunday because I was just able to get to enjoy up. I really didn't think much about it until Saturday. So compartmentalizing being, so I was able to enjoy the panels and everything like that, and then prepare. But it's hard when you want to go to parties and hang out with people and do all of that and experience Houston. So there was a bit of a balancing act, but I think that just compartmentalizing, like, okay, like let me, just like I do any other thing, let me set out time to focus on this, and then I'm gonna put it away, and then I'm gonna have some fun. So really managing your time and managing your expectations, and like knowing who you're working with. So again, I'm so blessed and so thankful to like be able to have this opportunity with Morgan, because we've been mutuals for years. So I knew that it was gonna be smooth sailing, and that we would have each other's back as well. So I knew it wouldn't be just me doing the heavy lifting. I knew that we would both take care of one another. So yeah, it was pretty easy for me to balance the two.
That's so nice. It's just when you say that, it reminds me of like just like that first day of school or something, and you're like figuring out your class, and it's like, I'm not alone.
Which also the importance of community, like just I'll talk about this in the panel, but just full circle moment, like how me and Morgan met to that moment, like so, like it was set up how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
That's wonderful. It's so good to have that balance in there, to be able to like do that and have like that extra boost of like, okay, we got this. Next thing you know, we running overtime. It's like, I can keep talking all day.
Listen, because we opened it up for the audience to ask questions, and that's what really took up majority of the time. But people want to learn from you. They do. Now, how about you, Simone? How did that feel? Balancing being there individually and being there in creator panelist mode. What was that like for you?
Like the plan was it was all leisure. Like I did not think about like doing any type of content, creating content. I take photos in general, like I take photos and videos with the idea like, okay, I can use this for content, but I'm never like really consistent. Even, and that's just me in general. Like I be living in the moment. I don't think about like doing creative stuff when I go to any cons. I just came from SDCC with Phi. I shot video, took photos.
I gotta go one day.
I'm maybe one day, maybe I'll put like it together to make a vlog, but that I just took videos just to like, I didn't put much. I didn't think about making content. So
I was in content mode. That's
you. I know you were. I was not. I was very like whatever. Like because it's my first time, I want to soak all this in. I want to have fun. So going back to DreamCon, it's like I was trying to have fun, and then we decided to do this opportunity, and I told Phi, I was like, I really want Friday. Like, I can enjoy the rest of the weekend. Like Friday, everyone was coming in, so like, I don't feel the need to turn up, but I could turn up Saturday and Sunday, like because I got it done, and I could relax. I got Saturday, and I was like, damn. we had plans to go out actually, but we didn't go out. We ended up having like, I guess, a couple of our friends came over because we were all planning to head out together to our Airbnb, and we just ended up like sitting around drinking and talking. But I had to be mindful. I was like, I can't get drunk. I have to like.
We didn't go out Friday.
No,
not yet.
We were supposed to go to camp, but we didn't go because then they started charging like $50 at the door.
What day was that party? That was Saturday?
That was Friday. Saturday was Battle of the DJs.
Okay.
$50.
See. And we were there since Thursday. We went to a party there Thursday, and I was like, okay.
We got there Wednesday, didn't we?
Did we?
Yes.
Did we?
Yes.
Dang.
Oh, we
WPTO.
did get there Wednesday. Oh no,
We
no,
got
no, no,
there.
no, no.
We got there Wednesday.
I was working my day job. So up until Friday, because I was like, the con starts Friday, I could take one day off. You know, I was working. Yeah. Shit. Money has to be made to afford all these cons and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I had to kind of like just be mindful of certain things. Like I was at a friend's panel on Saturday. Like I couldn't like stay the whole time. Like I had to like put myself in the mode that like I'm here for work. I'm here to like do a job for DreamCon and I need to deliver. Plus, like, I knew of Lizzie, but like, I didn't really, we're not like we never like met each other, like spoke to each or really interacted with each other, I should say. So like for me, I had to do a little bit more like research and like prepare and figure out like how I could like easily get like transition and ask these questions and have this conversation with her that felt genuine and not like forced or like I wasn't prepared. I had to put my journalist hat on. I wasn't gonna half-ass it. So
Good.
it was like it was a little bit like, I mean, it was balanced, but like it was at first hard for me because I'm like, I can't really have fun because I'm nervous and like the hours keep going and I'm just like, ah. So it was a little bit hard, but once it was done, I was like, okay, whew, now I can get back to like party mode.
So, okay, back to the other side. Like, oof,
Yeah,
I can turn up.
yeah, and I could have prepared better. Like, I could have had it like where people could watch it on stream. Like, I didn't think about none of that. That's how much of like I'm just chilling, like in Houston with my friends. That's how much I was like not thinking about content at all. So
You know what? We grow as we go.
yeah,
And sometimes you just gotta let the moment take you away because sometimes we can plan all the way down to the last little drop
Mhm.
and there's still something unexpected. And you just kind of
yeah,
have to be in the moment. So it's good that you were able to kind of have that, your own time and then like, okay, work mode, I can. And
hmm
I really appreciate you being so transparent. I really appreciate all of you being so transparent about it because some people let that like, take them over and it's almost like analysis paralysis and it's hard to push through that.
Mhm.
So yes, like we're human, like that's going to happen. Like things are going to be like, okay, like pressure's on. I've had it too, with the interviews of like everybody, especially the industry guests. But it's like, you know what? We're going to have a great conversation
Mhm.
and it's going to be a great work product. And
hmm
boom, we're going to do it again. So kudos to you. Kudos to you. And how about you, Morgan? What was that balance like between the two?
Whew.
Right, 'cause you had two. You had two gigs to
Yeah,
get.
hmm
the tournament. I said, oh,
Yeah, my girl was doing a
Y'all,
lot.
Mhm.
you were in
You
there.
were working.
In it. Woo, girl.
I ain't even gonna hold y'all. It was a lot, and to make myself clear, I am absolutely thankful for the opportunities that I had, and I definitely do it again. But with it being new for me, it was a lot because this was my first year, pretty much just having stuff to do because Friday I did this interview and photo shoot. Saturday I commentated at the dodgeball game, and then Sunday had the fireside chat. And I'm so thankful that everything went well and everything turned out well, but it was a lot because I'm so used to just going to a convention and bullshitting, but this is the first year where like I had places that I had to be at this time where people are expecting you to be there. And I gotta work on my time management skills because conventions are already a lot in general, but having things that you are required to show up to, it can be a lot. I'm glad that I got that experience, so now in the future I know how to move. After DreamCon, like I sat down and I had a whole entire lessons learned meeting with myself where I did. I wrote down what went well, what didn't go well, and what I can do to make things better next time. So I'm glad that I did that so that in the future, I definitely will know how to handle having a like busy schedule at a convention and not just being there and doing whatever I want to do. And then as far as like making content, I got a little bit of content, but I definitely did not get as much content as I wanted to. I don't know how people get content at conventions. I don't know how they do it.
Same.
I don't know how they do it because it's
you gotta
like
grab them real quick and be like, okay, we're gonna do this little move. All right, you just go. I'll fit together later.
I don't know how people do it. I don't know if I need to tap in with some folks and maybe it's like a mindset shift that I need to change. Maybe I think too much about content that needs to be edited. Maybe I need to lean more into that quick, like, one shot content or something. But yeah, I'm very thankful to have been part of the programming that I was part of. It was a lot, but it was definitely a learning experience. I learned a lot. So when I go to a convention in the future, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready. I'm not gonna be showing up late to stuff. I'm not gonna be overwhelmed and having anxiety attacks and stuff. I'm gonna be ready. So it was a learning lesson.
An executive meeting with yourself, okay? I don't know. I think I've had like brainstorm conversations, so I guess like we could call it that because my girls will definitely let me know, like, hey, these are great points here. These are things to consider here. Because I'll be just burnt out. I'll be like, I'm just here at this point. So I get it. I really do. I don't think I could have survived commentating a whole event. Like I just would have ran still. I don't know how you did it.
The commentating was a lot of fun. It seemed to be a lot less pressure because in my mind I'm like, everyone is here to watch them play. That's what I was telling myself. Like, yeah, I'm commentating, but the main thing is these teams playing dodgeball. So I think that made it better for me. I was still nervous, but me knowing that like this is the dodgeball tournament, not the Morgan tournament, that made it a bit easier for me.
That's a good way of thinking. Because I would have been like, oh Lord, I gotta be like I'm on ESPN, Lord.
Sometimes that small like shift of like perspective and mindset. It helps because like I'm okay. We're gonna treat this. Also, we're gonna treat this like a stream. We're just doing just chat and stream. We do this all the time. It's gonna be fine.
That's true. Yep. Let me start like I don't talk through these.
It helps.
Okay. And thank you so much, Moonlight Stage. Definitely go for it. It's so easy to talk ourselves out of stuff, but hey, talk. We gotta do the self-talk. We gotta
like
to ourselves.
Why not?
Don't tell yourself
you have nothing
no.
to lose. Yeah, like you could try it if you realize that it's just not for you. Then that's okay. Because at least you tried.
Absolutely.
So don't let that hold you back. Just do it.
Just do it.
It's someone I'm in the Twitch. It was Ash, this woman named Ash. She said, I might misquote her. She said, "Don't boo yourself off the stage before you even get on
it."
Oh,
that's good.
We gotta write
that's real
this
good.
down.
I got the one-liners today.
Period.
And all of that. Dang, that's the one right there. We got to put that on a banner or something. Put that on the wall.
Put that on the wall.
Shout out to my line sister, Intuitive Queen, who was also my press girl as her first time ever at DreamCon too. That was a lot of pressure. So
love it.
I'm gonna just highlight her name up here real quick. But thank you so much, girl, for coming in, supporting. I really appreciate you. We're gonna do a little something too. I got some things in the work, but don't get nervous. But now another thing that I'm curious about, and I'm sure plenty of people are too. everybody's a creator in their own respective way, especially like in the streamer space. And I want to know what it is that got you all started in streaming. And how's that journey been for you so far? Because going to, from gamer girl groups with like Corner Five and the friends like getting together and Game Her Awards, cosplay features, like y'all be doing the damn thing. I'm sorry, mama. Y'all doing the thing. Okay, y'all do it. So I have to know, like, how was that for you to get started and to grow, with all the highlights to where you've grown up to this point. And I will start back at the original order.
Oh God.
Great, Simone.
Oh, yes.
So Simone, Morgan, and Phi.
Um, so I've been in the content creation space for a very long time. And I'm gonna say my age. I am 35. I
30 and up.
35. You know what I'm saying? 35 per. Um,
Right.
I was before like cosplaying and getting into like the anime and like gaming space. I was a fashion blogger in my 20s. So and my reason then for starting like fashion blogging and everything like that was like after I graduated from college. I didn't wasn't able to get a job in my field, which was journalism. Or at fashion magazines. I was being specific. I did not want to work for a newspaper. I didn't want to do any of that. So, I decided like with the boom of Instagram and all the other stuff, like some of the girls were doing, like why not just have a blog? Like I love fashion, talk about things I love, and just as a way for me to like keep writing and keeping my mind sharp, but also like sharing things that I love with people. Also in the hopes of like this, blowing up and being something big and I can secure a job, like how some of these like creators and influencers do now.
Hey,
Um
it's out there for you.
yeah, and like, I started it. I was like, this was cool. I was having fun. But then, like, I was having I'm about to yap. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
like
girl. I love
little.
good girls.
I had like a quarter life crisis at 25. Like I didn't know what I want to do. I decided to go back to school. I moved out of state, out of New York, my hometown, and I just couldn't keep up with blogging anymore. So I was like, I'm not doing this no more. Like it's fine. Like I just can't keep up with school and doing all other stuff. And I also wasn't like loving it. I wasn't having fun anymore. And that was always like the main thing out of everything was I was gonna also like have fun about this with this. So, the pandemic happened and I've always been like an anime fan and girly and all these things since I was a child. And I just didn't never really have like a lot of friends to talk to with anime. Like I had one of my best friends I could talk to her about, but she more reads and I more so watch. So like she'll tell me about anime to watch and I will watch it and I can't talk to her about it because she's like, oh, I'm on like episode 3. Like, wow, I just finished the whole season. Right. Like, so I decided to be a little bit more intentional with my Twitter and like, everybody was online at that point and TikTok and like, I stumbled on anime Twitter and, I was just like, I just continued to grew my following from there. And like, I've always wanted to cosplay when I was younger, but I was just like, I don't have the money. Like I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I can't like, I was like, it's not for me. But I was just like, admiring some people like Fi and like everyone else that like cosplays. And I'm like, wow, this is so cool. So I decided to like do that. And I take it seriously. I'm kind of a perfectionist. Like I just never thought that I would end up on Crunchyroll and all these other things. I just said F it and was just like, let's do it. And then with streaming, I was just like, me and Fi talked about like getting into streaming and all that stuff. She tried. I've never tried. I probably like accidentally logged on to Twitch once while I was like playing Spider-Man. Yeah, like playing Spider-Man on my PlayStation. I was just like, okay. But I've always been a gamer and I've bought games and I would never play them. So I was like, let me stream as a way to hold myself accountable.
A little peer
Or
pressure.
you're like, I'm like, let me just do it just like hold myself accountable because I keep spending money on these games and I'll probably play it for like a couple of days and I just don't like I don't finish them. So and I kind of still do that on stream sometimes, depending on the game.
It be like that.
But I just never imagined that like I would build such a community with like streaming and finding other women as well. Shout out to Quarter Five with Chris, Courtney, Sham, as well as me and Fi. Through Annie Twitter and just like talking, building community, like all of these things started happening. Like I'm very blessed, and I just never thought that any of this would have happened. So
That's amazing, girl. Like, it really is. It says a lot to stay true to yourself, because like nobody knows like what's gonna bring you fulfillment like
yeah.
and we try to stick in our own box to like what's guaranteed success, but ain't nothing guaranteed, maybe outside of what you build for yourself, because anybody and anything can be pulled right from under you. And it's
Yeah.
like, dang, what am I left with? So chasing after what's needed for yourself, even through a crisis, hey, maybe they're needed sometimes,
Mhm.
to pivot and go in another direction. So congrats on following your heart. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm sure that definitely speaks to a lot of people in their journeys of life, because it ain't just no straight line nowhere.
No, and don't let nobody fool you, because I've been seeing people talk about this a couple of times on Twitter about like, should you stop doing the thing like nerdy things once you get to like 30? No.
I'm never gonna stop.
Never. I'll
like,
be at
it's
cons at 50.
Yeah, like
Dropping wheels in the
it was so
wheelchair.
great
With
to
my
see.
walker.
Yeah, there were so many older people at SDCC. Like it was kind of like it was crazy. It was cool though to see like
Really?
so
Yes,
many older people
that's a-
still like in their fandom, like loving it, enjoying it. Yeah.
A very healthy older crowd goes to SDCC for
Mhm.
sure.
Oh,
Keeps you young.
that just brings me so much hope, for me in the future. Like, I can imagine that with my grandkids or something.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Now, how about you, Morgan? Like, what was that journey like for you from getting started, and what made you get started with streaming, all the way through like where you are now and the cosplay recognition, Black Girl Gamers, like all the awards? Like, how was that journey for you? Or how is it? You still
it has been an absolutely amazing, beautiful, surprising, heartwarming journey. I remember being a kid, and I would dress up as Sakura in my mom's bedroom. I would use some glow sticks as my kunai, and I would clothespin a towel around myself to make her dress, and I'd set up my digital camera and do that. I would never imagine that, lo and behold, I'm 30 still doing it, but it's less ghetto now. And so it's really just been a very full circle moment, because growing up, I didn't know there was a term like cosplaying, and then of course I didn't know about streaming and whatnot. I remember I would like see. I love Total Drama Island, the cartoon, and I remember there was a girl on the internet, and she would dress up as the character Courtney. I was like, oh my gosh, like she's dressed up like it was this big mind-blowing thing. And then lo and behold, it wasn't until like after I graduated college that I found out that it's called cosplaying. You can dress up as the characters, act like them, and all that. I had so much learning to do. And growing up, like I had one Black female friend that liked anime. Her name's Kashmir. That is my girl.
Shout out.
Yes, we would watch Naruto together. We had the action figures. She would play the songs on the piano. It was like we were making real life AMVs. I would have the action figures and she would play the music. And then I was just thinking, I only got this one friend. And then fast forward, I get to be part of so many different like nerdy events in my city. Last year, I got to be a cosplayer in the Magic City Classic Parade. That's the biggest parade in my hometown. I got to be a part of Birmingham's first ever Black hosted comic expo. Just getting to be a part of the shift, because you know, I feel like back in the day, especially us Black kids, we didn't know that about conventions, and know that there's like so many people that watch anime and play video games, and there's so much we didn't know about. And now that I am able to be a part of showing that to the youth, it's very, very heartwarming. And when I started my page, I had started streaming during COVID. Everybody was playing Among Us, and my now husband had told me, you know, you should try streaming. Or either I had said that I wanted to stream because I saw him either watching a stream or streaming or something. And so once I did those streams, I was like, wait a minute, I'm about to make me a page. I'm about to do this, that. And so I made my page. I was posting content, posting cosplay, streaming, and over time, people reach out to me and be like, "Hey, like I showed my niece your page, and I've had nerdy interest in seeing you like be so proud and like be so just fun with it. It's so inspiring. It makes me want to, you know, show off my skills and my nerdiness and stuff." It became a bigger thing. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna dress up, play these games, but it just ended up being bigger than that. I'm just very thankful for the journey. I'm very thankful for the opportunities that have came to me. I'm very, very thankful to the amazing community that I'm part of. Y'all, just getting to meet y'all and hear from y'all. It's so many amazing, intelligent, and fun, cool people in this community. It's so fun to just hear about different people's experiences. I've gotten to meet people from all over the country, meet people from California, New York, the UK. It's just Japan. It's been a while. So I'm just very thankful I'm very thankful for the journey. And my last thing I'm gonna say, I've always said I don't even make goals. I just let stuff happen, and it's worked for me. So
you on your way to 10,000. So you're right there.
I don't even set goals. I just be living. So I'm very thankful. It's the Black anime gaming nerdy community. It might have its rough times, but at the end of the day, I think I've just met some amazing people like y'all. So I'm very thankful.
Yeah. Girl, well, W influence on getting started. You know, W influence, W hubby.
Shout out to him.
We love that because it's just so amazing, especially like and just like Moonlight Stage said, like it took us being into our adulthood to find other Blerds, because like it's just, especially pre-2020, like it's just always felt like our own little space, and it's just been us. And that's like our own unique thing, whether like people looked at us strange about it or not. So it's like, okay, and now we're starting to see other people like this too. And then it's like, okay, other people who look like us. So for you to be a part of so many groundbreaking like moments, and you know, the start of so many great things in the Black community, first Black convention, you know, being a guest on a panel, being in the parades and things like that. You know, there are going to be people who are like little Black girls who look at you and they see themselves in you, and that's going to feel great for them. You know, we didn't have those examples necessarily everywhere. It wasn't like it is now. So that's really going to mean a lot to a lot of people. So
yeah, being able to be what you wish you could have seen growing up.
Yes. Absolutely. Y'all write that down. Now how about you, Fa? What has the journey been like in what got you started in streaming and where it's taking you up to this point?
Yeah, so I am very much a group experiencer. So like don't recommend me an anime, movie, any show to watch if you don't want me texting you in that moment. Whether we're on the timeline, DMs, I got your number. Don't recommend anything to me if you do not accept reactionary messages. Because
Oh God.
listen, as things are happening, Aaron did what? I gotta text somebody. I need to. You gotta be in there with me. Like right now, watching Taco P's Original Sin, and without Jazz in the chat, yeah, I need a support group. So, when it comes to like I mentioned earlier, I got my ghost face on. I'm really into horror, but I'm scary, y'all. Like I refuse to do like haunted houses. If I wanted to run, I go to the gym. So I don't do haunted houses. And back then, so I've the more I watch, like I'm not as scared as I used to be. But like yeah, so I said that to say that my first time, Simone mentioned how I tried to stream. My first time attempting to stream was The Last of Us in 2020. I was in an apartment. I was streaming from my PlayStation, had no setup, just straight from the PlayStation, no camera, nothing. And I was hooting and hollering too much. My apartment was like, listen, you're going to do all this screaming. I'm going to put you out. Relax. Okay. I'm not. Yeah, I got complaints because I was hollering. It's like, that game was scary. And so like I needed people. So I started streaming so that way I could have people. And the people, like, it was shocking because like that was my first time to turn on the game and people actually like came. I guess because like it was a pandemic, that was probably a factor. But yeah, so there's people in there like helping me like with different ideas or try this, try that, and like was there supporting me and helping me get through these scary moments. So
they'll help you survive, girl. They will.
Plus, like Simone and Morgan were saying, like going in through college was the first time that I found friends that were into the things that I was into. And I love y'all real bad. Trent, Raph, if y'all are in here in here watching, I love them, but I wanted more female friends. Like they were I love them. They're going to be like, y'all don't love me. Yes, I do. It's different. It's different, right? It's like I don't want just male energy all the time. Like there's gotta be women that have the same interests as me, and I'm gonna find them. So, so that led me to being more engaged on Twitter and like talking about my interest for anime. Same thing on Instagram. Like I found a lot of my friends from talking about Nana and Sailor Moon, things that my guy friends were not watching. And so I'm like, yes, finally. Fruit baskets, free Iwatobi Swim Club, all these things that they had zero interest in watching. I finally found my people. And that's just from putting myself out there, just like things that we were taught was like taboo, like talking about being geeking over cartoons in people's eyes. So I was like, yeah, like just forget it. If I want for my people, I'm gonna have to put myself out there. So, so that was in 2020, and then once I was able to get into my own home and get a nice setup and everything, that's when I was able to start back streaming. Maybe almost 3 years ago. I see people with taste in the chat, taste in anime. Yep.
Peach Girl in there too, because them dudes ain't watching that either. Okay.
Right. But Peach Girl is not for the weak. I've never wanted to physically fight somebody more than watching Peach Girl. I didn't even finish it. It was making me too mad. But yeah, so just wanting to find that community, find women, be a space for that community. And just really like live in my nerddom is what led me to start content creating and streaming. And from there, it's taken me to also being featured on Crunchyroll for cosplay. It's taken me to being able to do panels at DreamCon, and I've done panels at Anime Week in Atlanta. Me and Simone also did like a girls gamer panel at Anime NYC last year. So yeah, just being able to meet more people who again advocate for Black women in the space and help give them a platform and shine. So I'm so thankful, again, like Morgan said, I'm super thankful for the people that I have found, and I've made true friendships, true connections. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to focusing on that and growing that.
Man, look, them folks at the apartment, they probably like, dang, we missed it. We had a whole celebrity up here. They don't know the gym they had. Okay.
Fine. I'm glad that me and you were able to upgrade because at my apartment, I got the police called on me.
Did you really?
Oh my God.
The officer was like, yeah, they said they heard a lot of yelling. I was like, and they called the police?
That is
Okay,
nuts.
I didn't get the police call, but yeah, I did get multiple noise complaints. I was very shocked.
Mhm.
That's just so insane. They said, no, somebody get it's the domestic stuff. Little do they know the game is what's beating her up. It's
Literally, the zombies, they're getting me.
oh my God. I have to say this real quick because my neighbor and I, we're probably the loudest people on this floor. And we also like go to the gym together. So we're always like hyped up, pumped up and everything. So we kind of take turns being loud. I'll be shouting all through the night, like playing. I played Madison. That was like the one that had me just okay. That was a crazy horror game. Got me the Twitch affiliate, so it worked.
Hey, period.
Love that.
Yeah. But I was hollering, and this is a old, nearly 100-year-old building. So you can hear somebody's microwave finish cooking something. Like that's how thin the walls are. And for him, he'll be shouting. You know, he got his morning routine set with the Lord. Okay, come on, get up. Yes, like he shouting. So I'm sure everybody hates us here, but ain't nobody complain. We just kind of have a mutual understanding, and they'll be fine.
That'll be
I
fine.
get it. I get it. But nothing as crazy as the police. That's probably that's one for the books. That's one for the books.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to lock me up.
You can't hold a real one down.
I did the
Can't
right.
do it.
Now, I did mention before that this hour was going to pass by pretty darn quick, and that it did. However, if I could get a little bit more of you all's time, I always like to ask this question at the end, which is really going to be really insightful from you all as creators, panelists, and, you know, experienced ladies of different conventions all over. So from you all's perspective, what feedback would you offer as con goers / as creators at the con, you know, especially with your experience going to different cons over the years? And we can say Morgan, Phi, and Simone.
You asked about like feedback.
Yeah, and it could be, you know, at whatever it is you want to express, like for you know, the feedback for DreamCon specifically.
As far as feedback goes, I had such a positive experience for their creator program for that to have been the beta program. It was great. I spoke on this a while back. I know a lot of people were complaining about the application, but I thoroughly enjoyed the application process. The questions on there, they really got me thinking and like really figuring out what my why was. It was such a it was such a learning experience for myself. So the DreamCon creator program was great. I'm very thankful that, you know, we got a complimentary badge. They had a creator lounge for us with food. It was a bar. I'm very thankful that once we were accepted into the creator program, I'm thankful that they said, hey, like if you're interested in sports opportunities, you can do this, or if you're interested in that. I'm very thankful that it didn't stop at the complimentary badge, because I know some conventions that might be all that they can do, but I appreciate that DreamCon they went past that. They amplified creators, just like Fi said. It wasn't just big creators, it was, you know, growing creators too. And so I was just I was, for that to have been, that was their first year in Houston, I really enjoyed it. It was a jam-packed schedule. I really think that with DreamCon growing so much, like it's gonna be more and more and more people that come, because I remember, like, I don't know if it was I don't know if they announced on the last day, but they announced that Ironheart was coming, Dominique Thorne.
Oh yeah.
And at first I was like, well, they should have been announced this. I was thinking like they might have just gotten her. And so it's just, I know that DreamCon is growing exponential. I said that word wrong. Exponentially. And for me, I think it went well. It was a jam. I think it was plenty for everyone to do. I don't even really, I can't really think of much constructive criticism. The only thing, I was very thankful that they put together a Discord for people in the creator program. I really, but we didn't get the Discord link until like maybe like I think like a week before the convention. I'm really hoping that next year they open up that Discord. Well, I think the Discord is still open, so I'm hoping that for people that are in the creator program next year, that Discord people can access that a lot earlier, so that people can use the Discord to, like, you know, meet people and introduce themselves, be like, hey, does anyone want to, like, you know, network or collaborate or just bounce ideas off of each other. That's the only thing that I could really think of, but I that's all I really got for real.
That's good though, and I'm glad that you highlighted those things, because it's equally important to know what to continue to grow from, as it is to know like what to keep and what works. Like that's definitely just as important. Like, you know, it's very much needed to know, like, okay, this is what, you know, this is the core of the retention. Like this is what the people want. This is what the guests want, the creators, and it's going to keep working. Let's stick with it. So I'm really glad that you said that. So that was
Thank you.
Me too. How about you, Fi?
Run the question by me one more time, please.
Yes. So what feedback, you know, either which way it is for you, but what feedback do you have about your experience at DreamCon, especially as a creator panelist, and experienced person overall in going to conventions?
My feedback is give us AMV contests.
Oh my gosh.
I have been pushing for DreamCon to start AMVs. Like I know that it's very selfish of me. I want that for me. But I love I feel like AMVs is also a gateway to nerdom. Like I'm not even a Naruto fan, but them Naruto AMVs to Linkin Park used to hit like that.
I love that story of the year songs in my head from AMVs. I'm just like, until the day I die.
Please incorporate. Please incorporate AMVs. There's so many. Like, I feel like that's almost a lost art now. There are anime edits on TikTok, but I really would love to see editors be highlighted in that way with the AMV contest, or just like different AMV showcases. Like, you know, Anime Weekend Atlanta, they have a great like just playing AMVs all the time. So I love that. I try to dabble into making AMVs myself. I made one. We can talk about that. But anyway,
do another one. Do another one.
Maybe it was a lot of fun. I would like to get better at that. But yeah. So I think DreamCon, the move to Houston was a smart one. Was a good move. I loved the venue. It did not feel like we were just on top of each other. I felt like there's a lot of places to roam. I do feel like the schedule is a lot more thought out and diverse. Love that. Yeah, I think so yeah, like some of like maybe the diversifying the programming just a little bit, like things like AMVs could really just set it off. And then as a creator, my advice would be like, if you're one thing I didn't do as well that I'm constantly growing in is networking. Like I feel like I talk to more people than I usually do. But especially like I'm trying to see everything, so it's hard for me to be like, okay, like my intention right now is to talk to this person or trying to talk more. So I feel like I'm slowly getting better at it, but that's a key part I feel like to getting opportunities is having these conversations, and of course in a genuine, not because like I just want something from that person, but like I can't continue to make those connections, and sometimes you have to be the person to like initiate that. You can't always just wait for it to come to you. So yeah, that would be some of my own personal feedback for myself to like grow in that area and like not be as timid or shy to just start talking to people. Because you just never know who you're going to be talking to and who you can engage with and connect with later on. So, but yeah, DreamCon, we need those AMVs. We need them.
Period.
Man, I'm saying I don't know if it was just like a change in the times thing, or also like a change in YouTube things with like the restrictions. And I'm just like, man, because I would never forget, and I'll say this real quick, I never forget when I was at MomoCon where every year Hamilton came out. And it was nothing but theater kids running through, like they were in there deep. And I didn't know anything about Hamilton, but I just know the A and B they put together. Choked up. I said, "Oh my!" They put this story together.
So, just like cosplay is another like expression of love for the series. Like I love AMVs. Love AMVs.
I feel like that's how everybody got into Kesha. Like that's how I got introduced. Every time we touch, I get this feeling.
Naruto and Hinata.
Man,
the AMV.
Listen, my gateway AMV, it wasn't even an AMV, it was like a compilation of like fan art, but it was for Usagi and Seiya to All the Things She Said by Tattoo. Oh, my awakening.
Please, yes, I support this message. And I also like how you incorporated like feedback, like reflection points for yourself too. I like what y'all doing. I like it. All right, and last but not least, Simone.
I don't really have that much feedback. I mean, I have good feedback. Well, one, which is like they need to stay in Houston. That needs to be the permanent home for DreamCon. Like Fi said, like the venue was perfect. It felt like too crowded. And I know like more people. There were more people that went this year compared to last year, but it didn't feel like crowded or anything like that. So they need to stay there. And I actually didn't mind going in May. I mean, in May, like it popped up on us, and everybody was like, "Oh God!" But like, I'm not like I'm too mad about they move it up to like a spring type of con. Like, I'm not mad about that either. I know like DreamCon is mainly a summer con, and maybe my opinion might change after going next year in July. But I didn't mind the fact that it was in May too much. I guess like other than that. My other feedback might be, well, I want them to keep on like getting like big names. Like Megan was there, Dominique Thornton. Like, I like going to panels. I'm a panel girl, so like more big name panels like that. Because I know like DreamCon can be like I feel like some people see it more as like a gaming con. It's supposed to be everything. But I feel like people get more caught up on like the live events, like the volleyball and all this other stuff. When it's like, I want them to put more, more panels. So, well, I just want like industry type panels as well. I know that's like the Dreamers Haven was, but like more of that. Keep that up for next year. Keep it women led, all women by women, all that stuff. And I felt like I had another one in my head, but then I completely lost it.
It's gonna come. I'm gonna add a little 2 cents, and hopefully it comes back to you.
I hope it comes back to me.
Definitely over the years, like as they've had different creators and writers. I think one. I can't remember if you went to that. I don't know if you went to whatever year this was. It may have been 2021 or 22. But they had Arthel Esom and a couple of others on like a writer's like panel, and it was like in like the main stage room, and it was like very educational. Like they had a lot of different like different type of lesson learners. They also had something with King Crystal, Taylor, Favorite Senpai, and Becca Supreme. Like I remember that one. So over the years, I feel like there have been kind of like testing moments for things like that. So I completely understand where you're coming from as far as having those things too. Like it's almost like kind of going to school with like the educational side. Like, even with I think it was last year they had something with like the financial side, like being very educated on like, monetization of it and like certain rules and regulations and
Right.
technicalities and what could qualify as the LLC and things like that. So I'm definitely with you there. I definitely am. A lot of hidden gems in a lot of these panels.
Mhm.
Did it come back to you by chance?
No, but I'm giving positive feedback. But like I'm happy like this was the first year that they did like creator badges. And they open it up for everyone basically to apply. There's no like real limit. I want them to keep on doing that and refining it. But I mean the creator lounge is really nice. I like the fact that if you're a creator you have the opportunity to like do other things like host and all that stuff. um that application was really long, but maybe they could shorten it just a little bit, but like just a little tad. But I did like the fact that it did make you, like Morgan said earlier, like to think more about like your why and the things that you do. So
Get
I
your
will continue,
dissertation together, okay?
baby,
Yeah.
early. I think it didn't come back to me. I'm so sorry, but that's fine. But
You're
that's my feedback.
Where are we
That's
still?
my
Let's make
feedback.
a pink, purple, and black con where it's mostly women led. Oh yeah. We got a waifu con coming up later. We're gonna
I forgot about WaifuCon. I forgot it's a thing now. Ooh.
You said I forgot the thing
There's
now.
so many cons.
There are a lot of
And
cons
I'm
now.
not mad about it, but like Jesus. So
Yeah.
much to keep up.
Seeing y'all at San Diego Comic-Con, I was like, wow, like that. It's always so crazy seeing people at the conventions where like the companies are there, like
Mm-hmm.
Crunchyroll's there, Viz Media's there, Sony's like when companies are at the conventions, I'd be like, wow, like this shit is real.
Yeah. It was so nice to be
Yeah.
back because I haven't been since 2019, and so it was all their
Really?
first time. So I was happy to like be there with them as they experienced that. But I love SDCC.
Mm-hmm.
It was a time.
That's on my list now.
I'm
Mhm.
saying we started to talk about
Everybody
it.
gotta
I was
go.
like, oh, I gotta follow through. I gotta follow through and get to at least having these experiences like one time with the big cons. If I don't do nothing else, hey, it's only up from here for all of us.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate you all again for being on here and taking the time out of your day. This was such a wonderful conversation full of great knowledge and great perspectives, especially as like the first time with DreamCon having a program like this, and seeing how you experienced it. And I appreciate everybody who tuned in, lurk in the comments, and either way, I appreciate the support. Thank you to everybody who was in the chat. Y'all were lighting it up. We were having a good time together. And it was a great time. Definitely support all of these lovely ladies. And I can't wait to see, what's in the future for you. I know it's going to be great things. And with that being said, Saranghae, which means I love you in Korean. Again, I'm not cursing you out. I'm just like sharing love, showing love. And Sunbae out. Peace. See y'all next time.
Bye.